It's Tuesday, it's time for another quick truth bomb. Today's truth bomb is all about qualifying out. It's about being really selective in the modern way of selling about who we go after and why, where we deploy resources and why. In the old days, the sales funnel, it was all about fill the top of the funnel with as much or as many opportunities as you possibly could. 3 to 5 times quota in your pipeline was the way to make sure that sales fell out the bottom end. As we all know, sales is no longer about numbers or quantity. It's about quality instead. And we're going to talk about qualifying out and why that's so important. Importantly, we're going to talk about why qualifying out can increase your conversion ratio substantially when it's done correctly. Let's pause for a second. One of the things I talk to my sales leaders and directors about and clients about is their total addressable market. And quite often when I ask the question, how many accounts have you got? Who are you going after? There's normally big numbers at the top, right? So when you talk about target addressable market, quite often it's in the thousands. It's 1,000 plus in the target addressable market. When I say, okay, well, let's narrow this down a little bit. Who's your ideal customer profile? Quite often, that number is obviously a subset or a smaller number of the total addressable market. And I say, so, okay, we're getting somewhere. Of the ideal customer profile of all of those accounts that you could go and sell to, who are your dream accounts? If I said, where is the perfect fit customer, the customer that's right in your sweet spot, how many of them are there? And more importantly, how many of them do you need each year to grow your business the way you need to? And when you get to the bottom of this, it's normally a much smaller percentage, like 10% of that total number. Quite often the dream accounts are something like 40 or 50. And so I say, all right, well, let's focus some energy and attention on winning those 50 or those 40. Let's put in place some account-based marketing and some account-based sales strategies that make you really powerful and your message really powerful to those select numbers of accounts. This is qualifying out. It's narrowing the focus. It's what we all have to do nowadays to be successful at sales and marketing and customer success. Here's a quick little example on what happens when you qualify out effectively. Let's say you go after 10 accounts. And of those 10 accounts, you typically win 3. You've got a good conversion ratio in that case. You've got a 30% conversion. Anyone with 30% conversion ratio nowadays is doing quite well. Lots of implications here. Cost of acquisition, lifetime customer value, the value ratio, all the ratios associated with that are really important. 30% conversion is pretty good. Now imagine if we said to ourselves, instead of going after 10 and winning 3, we're only going to go after 7. We're going to qualify out of at least 3. And here's what happens when you qualify out, or as I call it, strategically withdraw. Great opportunity to litmus test your relationship with your target customer by saying, hey, listen, Mr. Customer, we don't feel as though we fully understand your requirements, or there's not a strategic fit here, so thanks very much for the opportunity, but we're going to strategically withdraw or no bid on this occasion. Good luck, being very polite about it, but we're going to withdraw from those 3 accounts where we don't feel like we have an inside running. We don't have a perfect fit, so we're going to pull out of those 3. We're still going to win 3. We're going after 7 now, and we're going to win 3. What do you think happens to your conversion ratio? Your conversion ratio now goes from 30% to 42%. Go and have a look. Talk to your CFO or your accountant about what that does to your bottom line. When your sales department can increase the conversion ratio from 30 to 42%, that is massive. In any industry, in any business, regardless of the maturity level, that's a massive increase. So qualifying out can have bottom line impact. And when it's done correctly this way, when you narrow the focus and you get selective, you can create enormous sales performance improvement. That's today's Truth Bomb. Until next Tuesday, have a great week, happy selling, and good luck. Bye for now.